based on some plans that were found on the internet, we built a tower of potatoes. And the potatoes have kind of died off, and that's apparently the signal that they're ready to harvest. I think the original concept of this thing was that you kind of dig them out from the bottom as you build it up when you want potatoes, but it grew up so fast, we didn't do that. So we're just going to take it all out, put all the dirt into buckets, and see, hopefully, that we got potatoes.
The great potato experiment.
The great potato experiment. I think the plan said this thing would grow like 100 pounds of potatoes. I don't think that's quite going to happen. Do you think so?
I'd be happy if we get 12 pounds.
If we get 12 pounds. There was 9 potatoes planted.
Yeah.
And I think we got 9 plants out of the thing. So
more than that.
It's going to be real exciting. This is kind of like Christmas morning. We're going to start tearing it apart and just see if we got anything.
You ready?
The digging up of the potatoes was not quite what we were expecting, I think. The plans and the concept of this potato tower was that you plant, and then as they grow, you put in more dirt, and then they grow some more, and you put in more dirt, and each layer produces. But that's not really what happened. The other side of that concept is that you take off the bottom couple of boards and you dig out potatoes that you want. You put the boards back and you let them grow or keep on growing, and then you pull the next 2 boards off and you get your potatoes the next time. And we decided not to do that. It appeared to be easier to us to just give up on that idea, because they really all grew very, very quickly. Just in the space of a couple of weeks, that thing was full. Mm-hmm. And so as we were opening it up, we found that the potatoes were all in the bottom. So we took the whole end of it off and just dug through it, and the plants would pull out. The soil looked really good, but it was pretty damp. I think having the soil that deep and the potatoes down so far, it held a lot of moisture. So even though they were only getting 1 or 2 minutes a day of water, the moisture was all being held inside it. So it was very, very wet down below. And I don't think potatoes are big fans of being super wet. We did find some that were rotten at the bottom. They were really squishy. I don't know why. There were other potatoes around them that were not rotten. So I don't know if worms or something got to them, or they were in a particularly wet spot. I don't know.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Probably about 10.
10 of them that were rotten?
I think so.
Yeah. They were really squishy, and my fingers went right into them as I was digging. And we didn't find potatoes up higher. They were all in the bottom. There were a few of the stalks that had small little potatoes part of the way up, but not that many potatoes. I don't think they were going to grow and be a bunch of potatoes. It didn't seem that way.
No.
So
the biggest one wasn't super big. We have a lot of little ones.
We have a lot of little ones.
Which Ed told me how to cook, how to bake.
And how are you going to bake them?
He said put them on a cookie sheet with some onions, drizzle olive oil, and bake.
Oh.
Until they're tender.
That sounds good.
It does sound good.
So I think it was a successful experiment. We learned about it. I don't think we'll grow potatoes that way next year.
No.
I think we'll do it different. We're going to do potatoes again.
We are? Okay.
We're going to do potatoes again. But I don't think we're going to try that, build them up and make it real deep. The soil stays too wet, and all the potatoes grew at the bottom anyhow. They were a variety that we don't agree on.
I don't remember. I'll have to look it up.
I think they were Java potatoes, which I had never heard of before, and even the seeds were fairly small. So maybe it's a small variety of potato also.
Gala? Maybe Gala potato?
Gala potatoes? Is there a Gala potato?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
We'll
I
have
remember, yeah.
We'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
So it was a fun experiment. We liked the bin. The neighbors liked the bin. They thought that was kind of cool looking. And it was pretty cool looking and in our front yard. But
Deck boards, recycled.
yeah, they were just recycled deck boards.
I have to look up and see what we do with them now. Ed just said put them in a box with newspaper on the bottom and put them in a cold, dark place. So now I got to figure out what to do.
Anyhow, that's the saga of the potato tower. It was an interesting experiment.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was really fun to
watch
do.
them grow
It was really fun to watch them grow because they definitely grow fast.
Yeah.
You get to watch them and see what they do.
I'd say we do it again.
All right, we're doing it again. You'll have to watch. It's going to be like 10 months before we do it again. 9 months. It's going to be a while.
We'll have to source potatoes first.
We'll have to source potatoes. Over by my parents' house, there's a bunch of them out in the field. We can just go grab some.
I don't think that's the way you do it.
Anyhow, thanks for watching.
Bye.